So officially, welcome to practice, and I'm happy that you all made it today. Beautiful Sunday, peaceful, quiet, sunny, hot. And I was thinking for today's practice to do a practice that is a little bit more challenging, maybe because I wanted to include some arm balances, because today's class is a little earlier than usual. But I want to say, since I don't see all of you, and since we all have different bodies, different practices, there will always be options. So what I'm saying is I'm just going to give some options to go a little further today, but I'll always start with the easiest option. And you really choose. This is your practice. I'm just here to give you inspiration and guidance, and you just listen to your body. And I always say the best way to know if something is too much for you is to really listen to your breathing. You should always be able to breathe in any pose and to actually have the breath take you deeper. And this is how we refine and realign our practice. And it's not by wanting to get into the pose, it's really by surrendering into the pose and letting the breath open the pose. So my idea for today was to work a little bit with arm balances, which always have been the most challenging to me too, besides back bends. And there's some I can do by now, and there's some I still cannot do. But you know, it's fun to play. And today's Sunday, and I wanted it to be a little playful, maybe a little bit challenging. And before we come into the practice, I wanted to share with you about the bandhas, because I think not everybody maybe knows about the bandhas. And if you do, it's always a nice reminder to really use them. And when you look at beautiful yoga pictures of people like doing crazy arm balances on rocks, it's not necessarily that they are the most strong people, but it's also that they really know how to work their energy and how to use all the tools of the yoga to have the power and the strength. And it's always a balance between strength and maybe softening or something like grace, I would say. And what we can use to feel stronger and not to have all the weight on our arms is really our bandhas. And bandhas are locks, and we have 3 of them. And the idea is that we learn how to work our energy, because a lot of energy gets out by too much talking or by breathing and not really engaging. So the 3 locks are the root lock, which is called Mula Bandha, and we're going to do an exercise in a moment to find it. And that is basically lifting up from the bottom, from your root, and lifting the energy up. And this is to prevent energy from going out. And this is really the most important tool for our practice today as well. The second one is Uddiyana Bandha, which is your belly lock. And you hear me and other teachers maybe not talk or mention the bandha, but you might hear us say something like draw the belly in and up. And this is basically what it refers to. So now if you can imagine, if there's an energy lifting from your pelvic floor up, and that energy meets the other lock, the belly lock, drawing back, this is really, really, really strong. And this is really what, for example, Ashtanga yoga practitioners always use the bandhas. I use them on and off. I don't use them the whole time. But I can definitely tell in like balancing poses, in arm balances, it's really, really helpful. And the third lock would be the chin lock, Jalandhara Bandha. And that is basically mostly used when we do breathing exercises where we drop the chin and feel the chest lifting up. And it's also used in like automatically in back bending, because when we back bend, the chin also meets the chest. So, and that is more something that happens naturally. And we're not focusing so much on Jalandhara Bandha today. Now, I want to do an exercise with you to find Mula Bandha. So I'd like you to sit on your pillow or on your mat. And just to close the eyes here for a moment, while I'm actually, I think we're all here now, while I'm actually going over to my mat. So finding that comfortable seat, close your eyes and bring your awareness all the way down into your sit bones and feel your sit bones rooting down into the floor, and just rock a little bit gently back and forth. Now imagine you are sitting actually on a little marble. And now as you inhale, you feel like an energy, or like, I mean, the breath going down into the belly. And as you exhale, you lift up the little marble with your pelvic floor muscles, and you're gently drawing it up as if there's a little elevator going up towards your navel. So it's just you're picking it up, you're lifting it up. And as you exhale, as you inhale, you release it back down. So we would maybe think it's the opposite, but it's actually because energy would go out on the exhale. You are inhaling to release the marble, and on the exhale, you're lifting the marble in and up. So it's just a little contraction of your pelvic floor. And then as you inhale, you're softly releasing the marble back onto the floor. So it's a very subtle movement. Like I would not be able to even see that you are doing this. Do this for a couple more breaths. And see if you can feel this. Again, it's very subtle. It's not pulling up like crazy. And this is something you can practice always, even as you're driving in your car, because you're sitting or waiting in line somewhere. This is something you can always do. It's also a little bit like Kegel exercises. So it's anyway really good to train those muscles. Let's do 2 more. And the thing to remember really is that it is not lifting up on the inhale, it's lifting up on the exhale and releasing on the inhale. Good, and then let that go. And lift the shoulders all the way up towards your ears, take them back, and then let the shoulder blades melt down. And we'll find just a comfortable seat and become really still. And just breathing naturally through your nose. If you're familiar with the Ujjayi breath, ocean sounding breath coming from the back of the throat, you can find your Ujjayi breath, but again, also make it really, really soft. So for our whole practice today, less effort, more breathing, more focusing on softening, even when we do the more challenging poses. Yes, there is effort, but there's also a lot of softening and release. And then begin to take a snapshot, kind of visualize as if you're like taking a snapshot from above. See how you're feeling right now, what's going on for you in your body, in your heart, in your mind. Without any judgment, just notice what's present. And take a moment to honor yourself for being here and ready to flow, ready to practice. And then release your hands and bring them back in front of your heart. And let your thumbs touch to your heart. Little connection here. Take a moment, see if you can feel into your heartbeat. And see what is your heart beating for today. And then we'll begin with one sound of Om. Nice big breath in. Om. And then slowly release your hands and gently open your eyes. Good. And actually, let me change the camera a little bit more so you can see me better. Like this. All right, so see which one, remember which leg you have in front. Place your hands onto your knees, and we're going to start by just massaging our root a little bit today. So you're gonna leave your hands on the knees and you start moving to the right and to the front. And as you exhale, round, and as you inhale, coming forward. Just rolling over your sit bones. Go nice and slow. And really remember to also arch your back, lean back. Good. And then switch direction. Now move to the right. Inhaling as you come forward, exhaling as you round your back. Good. And then slowly release and come back to the middle. And now switch, bring the other leg in front if that works for you. And now you're going to keep your hands on your knees. And now as you inhale, you're going to reach the chest forward and the shoulders back. And as you exhale, you're going to round. And again, inhaling forward and exhaling back. And keep going in your own rhythm. On the inhale, going forward. On the exhale, going back. And you can go fast or slow. This is up to you. Inhaling forward, exhaling back. Just making these nice rocking movements. Let's do 2 more. And then release. Good. Place your hands onto your shoulders and start to move the shoulders a little bit up and back. And then switch. Move the shoulders back and up. And then release your hands. Inhale, lift the shoulders all the way up. Exhale, let them drop. And again, inhale, lifting up. Exhale, release. Come forward onto your hands and knees now. And let's come into gate pose. So if you have sensitive knees, like me, you might want to use a little padding underneath. Come onto your left knee and take your right foot out to the side. And then slowly walk your fingertips down your right leg. Inhale, lift your left arm all the way up and over and stretch. And so I want you to really feel the left knee is pressing down, and from that rooting down, you can expand and lengthen. Good. And then inhale to come up. Fingertips come to the floor. Right arm floats all the way up and lengthens. Good. And then exhale to release and switch. Right knee comes down, left foot goes out to the side, and you have your foot parallel to the mat. Slowly release your left fingertips down. Inhale, your right arm floats up and over. Breathe here. So the whole line of the body. Knee is pressing down, and from that rooting down, you can get taller, longer. Good. Inhale to come up, fingertips to the floor. You may turn your left toes away and then lift your left arm up and extend, reach over your head. Nice, good stretch here. And then release and come back onto hands and knees. And from here, lift up and back into downward facing dog and just stretch out your legs. Look towards your hands and then slowly walk or step your feet forward. Keep 2 fists in between your feet. Inhale to lengthen, draw the shoulders away from the ears, and with your knees soft, exhale, fold forward. And then keeping the knees soft, make fists. Inhale, lift the arms all the way up. And exhale with your fist, let it go. Inhale, lifting the arms up. Knees bend, exhale. 3 more times. Inhaling up, exhale, let it go. Last one. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale to come all the way up. Stand nice and tall. And exhale, bring your hands in front of your heart. Take a moment here with the eyes closed, just breathing, listening. And again, remember to gently pull your navel in and up. So connection to the belly. And, you know, when I say, you can also remember your root lock. And then from here, we'll start. Inhale, lift the arms up. Exhale, dive forward, Uttanasana. Inhale to lengthen. Exhale, step your left foot back. Bring your left wrist, cross your right. Inhale, float the arms all the way up. Elbows bend, so really open the chest here. Good, exhale, release. Hands to the floor, step back. Inhale to come forward. Exhale, lower down all the way onto your belly. Slide your hands next to your chest. Roll the shoulders up and back. Lift your hands, cobra. Exhale, place your hands down, tuck your toes. Push back, downward facing dog. Good. Inhale, lift your left leg up. Exhale, step your left foot forward. Once again, left wrist crosses over the right. Lift up. Good. Exhale, release. Hands to the floor. Step forward. Inhale to lengthen, shoulders move back. Exhale, fold it down. Inhale, take the arms out and up. Exhale, hands to the heart. Inhale to lift up. So try to stay really fluid with your movements, every movement connected to the breath. Inhale, lifting the chest. Exhale, your right foot steps back. Right wrist crosses over the left. Inhale, lift the arms so elbows bend. Really feel that opening. Extra breath. Exhale to release. Step back. Inhale to come forward. Once again, exhale, lower down onto your belly. This time, interlace your hands behind your back. Inhale to lift up. Knuckles reaching towards your heels. Neck is long. Good. Exhale, release. Hands to the floor. Tuck your toes. Push back. Downward facing dog. Stretch out your legs. Inhale, your right leg floats up. Exhale, step forward. Pressing down, right wrist over your left. Inhale, lift the arms up. Exhale, release. Hands to the floor. Step forward. Inhale to lengthen. Exhale, fold it down. Inhale, take the arms out and up. Exhale, hands to the heart. We keep flowing. Inhale, lifting up. Exhale, release all the way down. Inhale to lengthen. Left foot steps back. Bring your left heel to the floor. Reach the arms up for warrior one. On the exhale, bend the elbows. Inhale to come up, hands touch. Exhale to bend. Really opening the chest. Inhaling up. Exhale. Last one. Inhaling up. Exhale, hands to the floor. Step back. This time, inhale to come forward as you exhale, lower down, maybe knees, chest, chin, or chaturanga. Slide forward into cobra or up dog. Exhaling back, downward facing dog. Breathe. Maybe exhaling through the mouth is always good. Take a couple extra breaths here and see if in your downward facing dog now you can also find your Mula Bandha. So maybe with the knees a little bit bent, see when you exhale to draw up from your pelvis towards your belly. And inhale, you're releasing, and exhale, you're drawing in and up. Just feeling the sweet connection. Good. Now lift your left leg up. Exhale, step your left foot forward, right heel comes down. Inhale, lift the arms up. Exhale, bend the elbows. Feel that opening of the chest. Inhale and exhale. Inhale, nice and easy. Exhale. And remember, there's a softness. Inhale and exhale. Inhale. This time, exhale, hands to the floor. Step your right foot forward. Inhale, your heart lifts. Exhale, fold deeply. Stay here for a moment with your knees bent. Feel your chest resting onto your thighs. And then take a hold of your elbows and just swing your arms a little bit side to side. And shake out your head, yes or no. So letting go of any weight on your shoulders. Just right now, this moment, just let everything relax and hang. Good. From here, take your hands onto your waist, press down into your feet and come all the way back up to stand. Very nice. Turn your palms to face forward. So feel how that gives a nice rotation in the upper arms and a sense of openness in the chest. Good. Now hands onto your waist. Inhale, bring your left knee up into the chest, out to the side, and let's come into tree pose, Bakasana. Hands come together in front of your heart. Take a moment here. So again, you want to always zip up from your belly, from your pelvic floor, but keep your heart soft, your face soft. Good. From here, you can lift the arms and open into tree pose. I wish you could see my beautiful view looking out at green trees, jungle. So maybe close your eyes and just imagine yourself being here with me. And then inhale, lift the arms up. Bring your left knee forward. Now I want you to engage the leg and flex the foot. And then reach the leg all the way back into warrior three. Breathing here, the more you lower your chest, the easier it is to lift the leg. Good. Hold it for one more breath, lift the leg a little higher. And then step back and open your arms for warrior two. Inhale, your right arm comes up. As you exhale, take your right elbow to the knee and stretch your left arm over your head. And you can bring your thumb and index finger together into Yana Mudra, Mudra for strength. So where can you soften more? Where can you breathe more or create more space? Pressing to your back foot, inhale to come up. Now bring your left hand behind your back, proud warrior again. And this time, as you exhale, bring your elbow back to the knee. But maybe your left hand will grab your thigh. And you can take that left shoulder up and back. You can stick your butt back and then scoop your right hip under. More advanced people could go for a bind, grabbing your hand, but really scooping the hip under. Now, if that takes you out of your breath, you stay here. Nice. Last breath. Pressing into your back foot, inhale to come back up. Warrior two. Now from here, take your left hand onto your waist. If you have a block, maybe a block is a good idea. Shift your weight onto your right foot and float the left leg up for Ardha Chandrasana. Good. Now you can have your right hand right underneath your shoulder. Your left arm can be on the waist or up. Flex your left foot. This will engage and give you strength. See if you can find your bandhas. If you find your bandhas, you can be maybe just balancing on your right foot and take your right hand to your heart. Good, and then step back, whoops, and open the arms. Very nice. Inhale, float your right arm up. Exhale, cartwheel your hands to the floor and step back. Move through a vinyasa of your choice. This can be only coming forward and back or going through the whole sequence, forward and lowering down, inhaling into upward dog or cobra, and back into downward facing dog. Stretch out your legs here. See if you can bend both knees, stick your butt all the way up high. And then look towards your hands, walk, step, or jump forward. Inhale to lengthen. Exhale to fold. Inhale, take the arms out and up. And exhale, hands to the heart. Stay here for a moment, close your eyes. And when you're ready for the other side, shift your weight onto your left foot. Remember your bandhas, so you want to lift up energy, draw energy in and up. Focus your eyes and then bring your right knee up, out to the side, and find your tree pose. So there's an energy rooting down, there's an energy lifting you up, belly's lifting up, tailbone drops, and the foot and the leg are pushing into each other, and this will give you a lot of strength. Soften the upper body, soften your face. If you're ready, open the tree pose. And again, just visualize yourself here with me, looking out at the jungle, beautiful green, or look at your own trees. Maybe you're lucky you're looking at trees, and just enjoy it. Take in the energy of the trees. From here, inhale, lift the arms up, bring the knee forward, and we slowly transition and reach the right leg back, coming into warrior three. Can you keep your heart soft, but your belly strong? Good. From here, step back and open the arms for warrior two. So take a moment here to get grounded again. Make sure your front heel is in line with the back arch. Inhale, lift your left arm up. As you exhale, bring the elbow to the knee and stretch your right arm long. So really open from the chest. Again, this is all about creating space, finding space. Good. Smile. Inhale to come back up. Right away, bring your right hand behind your back and your left arm up. And this time you choose. Left elbow can be on the knee. Your right hand can grab your left thigh. Roll the shoulder rolls up and back. You can stay here. You could go for the full bind. I recommend leaning forward so you can stick your butt back, and then to scoop that left hip under and feel how that helps to open the chest. Oh, it's hot today. Nice. Good. From here, press into the back foot to come back up. Exhale, warrior two. Right hand goes onto your waist now. Again, you're welcome to use the block underneath your left hand so the right leg can float up. And then, oops, if you want, you can draw all the energy into your pelvis, to your belly, and bring your left hand onto your heart and your right arm up into the sky. And just get this feeling of floating or being totally strong in your left leg. Good. And then step back. And open the arms, warrior two. And again, Today, I promised it's going to be a little bit more challenging, but again, you are your own best teacher, so you do what you can. Bring your feet parallel now, interlace your hands. Inhale to lift the chest. Exhale with your knees bent, fold forward. Pressing down into the feet, inhale to come back up. Second variation, hands onto your waist. Roll the shoulders up and back. Inhale. On the exhale, fold forward. Bring your fingertips to the floor. Open your feet a little bit wider. And then you choose. So maybe this is enough for you and you just fold forward with your palms facing up. Maybe you want to go a little deeper. Second option, more challenging. You grab your big toes. Head goes towards the floor and you bend the elbows. Or maybe you have an advanced practice, physically advanced practice, and you can do tripod headstand. Then you can go ahead and do that one. I'm not doing it, but you would basically bring your hands underneath your elbows, and I'm not showing it so that those of you who don't know how to do it can try it on their own against the wall, but not right now. And those of you who can do it, just go ahead. Nice. Let's take 2 more breaths here. And then come back onto your hands. Walk your hands a little bit forward like a downward facing dog. Stick your butt all the way up high and stretch out. I'm a big fan of lengthening and stretching. So good job. From here, walk your hands back. Turn your left toes to face forward. And then step your left foot back. Inhale, come forward. And as you exhale, lower down onto your belly. And we're going to do a little work for the shoulders. So place your hands underneath your forehead and place your right hand on top of your left and your forehead onto your right hand. And just wiggle your hips here. Now inhale, lift your right arm up. Exhale, let it go down. And keep going with your own breath. And stay on the right arm for now. Just lifting the right elbow, feel that movement in your shoulder. We do 5 more. And 4. And 3. And 2. And 1. Good. Lift your head, release, left hand on top of the right. And we do the same on the other side. Inhaling, left elbow floats up. Exhale. 2. 3. 4. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Good. Wiggle your hips. Switch again. Right arm on top, right hand on top of your left. Now imagine your forehead is glued to your hands, and you're going to inhale now. Lift up. As you exhale, open the arms. Elbows come together. And then inhale, coming back to the front, exhale, back down. And again, inhale, lifting up, exhale, elbows out, like you're swimming. Inhale, coming forward, exhale, releasing down. Engage your bandhas, especially your belly. Inhale, lifting up, exhale, inhale, exhaling down. Let's do 2 more. Inhale, lifting up, exhale, inhale, coming back. Exhaling down. Last one. Inhale to lift up. Exhale, keep your neck long. Inhale, hands together. And exhale, let it go. Wiggle your hips. You probably felt that in your lower back. Keep breathing and resting. Somebody coming back in. So keep breathing and resting. And then slide your hands into Sphinx pose. So you want to have your elbows underneath your shoulders. And we're not doing it yin style, so we want to this time do it really active. And I want you to drag your hands back and feel when you drag your hands back and your shoulders back, your heart reaches forward. And you can even look at your belly right now and feel how that releases the lower back. So we always want to keep a little bit of roundness in the back. And then lean your heart forward and pull the shoulders back. Take a nice big breath in, exhale through the mouth. Good, and then release. Slide your hands next to your chest, push back into child's pose. And just rock a little bit side to side. This will release your lower back. And prepare yourself that we're gonna come now into our first serious arm balance. So from here, when you are ready, place your hands and come back into downward facing dog. Stretch out your legs. And then look towards your hands, walk, step, or jump forward. Inhale to lengthen. Exhale, fold it down. Inhale, take the arms out and up. Exhale, release the arms. Good. Now take a moment here again, find your breath, soften. And we'll start with a little flow. As you inhale, come onto your toes, lift the arms up, lift your heels. Exhale, slowly come back down. So the heels are lifting with the arms. Inhale and exhale. Do 3 more. Inhale, nice and easy. Exhale. Inhale and exhale. Last one, inhale. Stay here, keep your heels lifted. So again, zip up your belly, bring your palms together and slowly begin to lower, but stay on your toes. Good. So this is where we have different options. For those of you who don't want to try side crow, which is the pose I'm guiding you into now, you are welcome to stay here. This is great work because you're balancing on your toes. You can play with the bandhas and really feel the effect. You can try to maybe close your eyes. So this is up to you. Stay here. Those of you wanting to join me for side crow, place your hands to your right side and listen carefully. So important, you're going to squeeze your legs together. When we use the right alignment, it's really not all about the strength of our arms. So what is important, you want to look forward. Don't look down. When you look down, you're going to collapse. So you look forward like we did before. When you look forward, you can draw the shoulders back. Make a little shelf with your right elbow and then squeeze your feet together and come up. Stay here, or those of you a little more advanced could come into the flying crow. Move very slowly. And then you can come back and back to the middle. Good, how did that go? I wish I could see you guys. All right, let's try it to the other side. Those of you who stay in the middle, just keep breathing and keep balancing on your toes. Now, those of you wanting to join me, place your hands to the left, shoulder distance apart. Create a little shelf, look forward, don't look down, and then squeeze your legs together. And to open the legs, move from your heels. And if you fall, that's okay. I always say life does not depend on these poses, but it's really fun to play. Today's Sunday, let's make it a play Sunday. Good, and then you just come back to the middle. Good, you guys. I'm curious to hear afterwards how it went. And then from here, just come to sit. Good, nice work. And come to lie on your back and take the soles of the feet together and place your right hand onto your belly and your left hand onto your heart. And just for a moment, let go completely of the bandhas, of your breathing, and just feel that excitement maybe of trying a new pose or to accomplish a new pose, or honor yourself for staying within your limits today and honoring your boundaries. Again, we're all different. Our bodies are different. Good. And then from here, slowly release your arms, bring your knees back together. Walk your feet back underneath your knees. So when you stretch your arms, your middle finger is touching your heels. And we're gonna come into a nice bridge pose. So pressing into your feet evenly, roll your hips up, interlace your hands now and draw the shoulder blades together. And notice I always have my left hip lower than my right, so I know that now. I always shift it up a little bit more. So see if you can feel, by maybe closing the eyes, if you are really balanced or which part of your body drops a little bit more, and then really press into the feet. So now you feel the Jalandhara Bandha automatically, the chest lifting up towards the chin. Take a nice extra breath. And then slowly roll yourself all the way back down. And just move your knees a little bit side to side. Good, and we'll do another back bend. And you get to choose if you want to do the same again, bridge pose, or if you want to come into Uddiyana full wheel with your hands underneath your shoulders. I'm choosing another bridge pose, so you decide. And when you feel ready, come back up and interlace your hands underneath you. Press into your feet to lift your hips higher. And then breathe all the way up into the chest. And at the top of your inhalation, see if you can hold the breath for just a moment. Feel it swirling around in your chest, creating space, nourishment. And then when you need to come down, very slowly, come back down. And just move your knees left and right, right and left. Good. All right. Hug the knees into your chest. Rock a little bit back and forth. And let's take it into a nice easy twist. Arms out like a T. Inhale as you exhale. Let your knees fall over to the right and turn your head to the left. And then inhale, come back up, exhale. Let your knees fall over to the left. And your head is looking to the right. Let your shoulder completely relax. And then inhale, bring your knees back and rock yourself all the way up to seated. And now open your legs nice and wide. Like me having a little cramp, you can always use your hand and just kind of take the flesh out from underneath. So people asked me last time about it. So what we want to do is inner spiral the leg. You're going to grab your right hand to the inner left thigh and then pull it inward and lift it up from underneath. And what it does is create space in your back. You're also welcome to sit on a pillow edge. So Good. Engage your legs if you can, so that your feet are lifting, pointing up. So you're not just relaxing your legs in like in yin yoga. And feel if your pelvis can skip forward a little bit. So that's also something that happens from the pillow and lifting the flesh up. Good. Now from here, inhale, lift the arms up. And as you exhale, lean forward, stay here. So resist the idea of right away folding. First, you want to create length. So maybe walk your sit bones 1 more inch back. And then inhale to lengthen. Keep the length as you fold forward. And you could have, I don't know if it's too much. You could have a block underneath your elbows, or of course you can fold all the way forward. Just breathe. If it's too much for your legs or your back, you can always have your knees a little bit bent. Nice, deep, deep breath. So really focusing on breathing into the back of the heart. This is where we hold tension from our shoulders, from our necks. So give yourself a little massage with your breathing. And then slowly release and walk your hands back. Bring your right foot inside your left thigh. And we'll start with just a little twist. So walk your hands over to your right knee and press down. And you can flex your left foot and just look over your right shoulder. From here, release. Keep your left hand on your right knee. And then lean down and lift your right arm over your head. And because you're holding on to the right knee, you again create stability that allows you to open from your chest. So look up, reach, breathe. Feel the stretch in the right side. And then inhale to come back up. Right away, place your right hand down. Release your left hand, press into your knee and foot and float that left arm up and over. Good. And then exhale, release and come back down. Switch. Left foot goes inside your right thigh. And then walk your hands over to your left knee and press down to lengthen. Make sure your neck is soft, so lean back a little bit, breathe, close your eyes, maybe feel. And then keeping your right hand on your left knee so that you have something to hold on to give you stability. Float your left arm up and over. You know, and some of you might even be able to touch the foot, but again, this is not the point of this pose. It's about finding the long line on the left. So breathe, breathe, breathe. Hold on to the knee for support. Look up, let your right shoulder drop. And then inhale to come back up. Place your left hand down and right away swing up and stretch. Good, and then exhale, release and come back down. Straighten your legs in front of you. Shake them out. Whew, it's so hot. Good. Now bend your right knee into your chest. Bring the foot 1/5, keep 1/5 in between your right foot and your left thigh, okay? Bring your left hand out to the side. Lift your right arm up. Your sit bone can come off the floor. Your lengthen. Reach forward. So really see if you can bring your shoulder in front of the knee. And then take the arm all the way around. If you can, grab your left arm behind. Now, if this is too much, don't worry about it. Just modify. You can use a scarf as an extension, or you can just be here. Doesn't really matter if you can grab your other hand, folding forward. And as you press your right arm back into the right leg, you feel a nice stretch in the shoulder. Now release. Cross your wrists so that you can hold on with your right hand to the inside of the right foot and with your left hand to the outside. Lean back and then straighten the right leg as best as you can. So you can see I don't straighten my leg either, but again, you want to pull the shoulders back and lift from your chest and you get a nice stretch. And then you keep holding on to the outside of the right foot and pushing forward, like you're pushing into the gas of the car, and you open your right arm out to the side. Good, and then release. Place your right foot outside of the left knee. Keep your left leg straight, or bring your left foot outside of your right hip. Strong practice today, a lot of folding, so I hope you're still with me. Sit nice and tall, right fingertips go behind. Inhale, left arm lengthen, twist and look over your right shoulder. Nice. From here, release. Swing your hands over to the left counter twist. And then release and straighten your legs in front of you. Shake them out. Again, if they feel crampy, you can always massage them a little bit. It's good. And then bend your left knee. Remember, 1/5 goes in between the foot and the thigh, and the heel comes as close as possible to your buttocks. And your left buttocks might lift up, that's okay. Left arm reaches long and forward, and then wraps around, and your right hand can go behind the back if it's available to you as you fold forward and breathe. Oh, hello, my dear. Here comes Shivani. That's sweet. Oh, she goes straight to my bed now to chill. Good. Inhale to come up. Grab your foot with both hands either side and straighten the leg up. Pull the shoulders down. And then from here, you can hold on to the outside of the left foot and open your left arm up. Good, and then from here, you can bring that left foot outside of your right knee and bring your right foot to the outside of your left hip, or keep the right leg straight, that's up to you. Sit nice and tall. Bring your left fingertips behind, reach your right arm up. And as you exhale, so even here, you bring the belly in, Uddiyana Bandha, to get you deeper into the twist, and breathe. And then release and swing your hands all the way over to the right, counter pose. And then release and straighten your legs in front of you, shake them out. Good, now place your hands behind. Fingertips are pointing towards your feet. Roll the shoulders all the way up and back. And again, you want to use the bandhas here. So find that internal lift. And then from here, come up into Purvottanasana if you can. If that's too much, slide your feet back underneath your knees. Lift up and let your head go. And then exhale, release and come to sit back down. Legs straight in front of you, shake them out. Good. And then from here, start with your knees bent. Once again, pull the flesh out from underneath. Inhale, lift the arms up. As you exhale, lengthen, fold forward. So the upper body is again touching to your thighs. You can give yourself a hug here. And as you exhale, again, lift your bandha, Uddiyana Bandha, Mula Bandha. They meet and feel how that gives you more length and protection in the back. And then you can, from here, slowly straighten your legs, but keeping the length in your back, holding forward. Press down, inhale to come back up. Take the soles of the feet together. Lift up onto your fingertips. Move your hips a little bit side to side. And then release down. If your knees are all the way up here, it's really nice to just sit tall, pressing into the hands, lifting the chest. If you feel pretty open, you can take your hands onto your feet and open them like a book and fold forward. Again, make it yours. Find what works for you. This is really the message of yoga over and over, and it's really what makes me still be in love with yoga, because it's really a practice that encourages us to find our way. It's not telling us what to do and how we should be. It's really encouraging us to just be, to be real, to be authentic, to be honest with ourselves, to respect our limits, our boundaries. And that is such a gift. From here, press down, inhale to come up. Slide your feet forward. Slide your hands underneath onto the tops of the feet, and then fold forward as if your forehead would be touching your heels. And breathe. And then very gently release, come back up and find a comfortable seat for our meditation. So I recommend sitting on a pillow and close the eyes. And take the next few moments to completely soften and release, maybe rolling the shoulders one more time up and back. Shoulder blades melting down your back. Tips of the shoulder blades drawing in towards each other. And taking a nice big breath in, exhale through the mouth. I'll take a couple more nice long exhalations through the mouth or through the nose. Just very calming and soothing. And then bring your awareness to the center of your belly or navel. And with your soft breath, just feel how the navel pulsates. So we're not holding any more bandhas, but there's still this awareness of the belly pulsating, of a connection to your core, your center, your strength. And just feel that. And so the yoga encourages you to really be who you are, to be real. And maybe in these times, even more so, this is our practice to really come back to our center, our core, what we stand for, what we believe, what we want, what makes us happy, what we need. So just rest here and breathe into your belly. And then gently draw a line from your navel along the spine up into the center of your chest, your heart space. And rest a moment here, just observing what's going on, what's present. How is your heart feeling? Is it soft, receptive? Is it kind of tight, harsh? And with every breath, see if you can soften it even more. Or if it already feels really soft, then just enjoy your beautiful heart and its softness. So much to take in right now from your heart. And we're being challenged so much to trust, to love, to have compassion. So keep believing into our dream or into something better, something greater. And so that trust can be really shattered right now. So stay in your heart and nourish it with every breath. And maybe you can feel the connection between your belly, your navel, and the heart, these two energy centers in your body, and how they so beautifully work together, complement each other. When we feel connected and strong in the belly, it's so much easier to be soft in the heart and to trust and to love. If we're feeling lost and not connected in the belly, it's so much harder to trust, so much easier to fall into fear. So for our remaining minute or so, you can decide if you want to stay with both centers and just feel how the energy moves up and down, or if you want to rather stay with your belly or with your heart, depending on which one's feeling more the need of being nourished. And then in your own time, whenever you feel ready, please find your way back into Shavasana and just come to lie on your back. And let your legs fall open. Feet can fall to the sides, palms keep facing up. You can gently roll your head side to side and then take another big, big breath in and exhale through the mouth. Slowly begin to deepen your breathing. And gently move your fingers, move your toes. Stretch your arms over your head, giving yourself a good long stretch. And bend your knees, hug them into your chest. And rock a little bit side to side. And then come to rest on your right side. Couple of breaths here. And when you feel ready, use your hands to bring yourself back up into a nice, comfortable seat. Keeping the eyes closed. Once again, lifting the shoulders up and back. And feeling the chest nice and open. And anything else that may have shifted or opened from your practice today. You really drop into that sweetness, that softness that you created. Sense of calm, a sense of connection. And then take your hands together in front of your heart for a moment of gratitude, mostly to yourself for showing up today on your mat and your practice, but also to everyone else who's currently supporting you and connecting with you and reaching out at you and making sure that you feel seen, nourished, connected, safe. And then let's close and seal our practice. There's one last sound of Om, nice big breath in. Thank you so much for sharing your Sunday with me. I'm so happy to share with you. Wish you a beautiful rest of your day or evening. Namaste. Thank you. Thank you so much.